Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys what we actually saw inside of the final month and a month and a half inside of the bull cycle in 2017. Many altcoins saw some of the biggest returns that took place inside of just the last couple months of that cycle. And so today I wanted to go through, analyze some of the bigger cryptos, what we've seen play out inside of their cycles, comparing what we can actually be seeing playing out at the end of the year, how we can go about making the most profit when all of this new money floods into the market. The blow off top provides some of the biggest opportunity for all the people that are just now getting in, as well as the people that have been prepared beforehand. But with that being said, there's also a lot of risk, and it's important that we get in and out at the right time. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how I'm going to be doing so, what I'm going to be looking for inside the high caps, and how we can go about making the most profit possible when all of this money takes off. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join the Discord server of over 21,000 members and growing. Links are in the description for the people that want to join my community and sign up. On top of that, if you're new and you're just getting into these markets, you want extra educational content on just how to be more profitable, links are in the description. Go ahead and download my free ebook and beginner's guide to crypto. So check it out. Links are in the description. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this amazing video today. So to start out today's video, we're just going to be talking about what we saw in that last cycle for Ethereum, and then we're going to be kind of explaining what we can see play out once again inside of this cycle. Is there a lot of differences? Where are we going to be looking to target for taking profits? And how can we just fully maximize the length of this cycle from beginning to end? Now, you guys already know I've been calling for the cycle top to take place sometime at the end of the year, 2021 to the beginning of 2022, and we're right at that same exact point. And so I figured today would be a good opportunity to actually dive into the time frames of what we saw inside of 2017, because it's very similar, not just what we're seeing with Ethereum, but we're actually seeing a number of other altcoins that have kind of led this cycle doing this exact same thing as what we saw in 2017. Now, this is kind of the pattern that I've been updating you guys with for a little while, analyzing this same consolidation that we saw in 2017 where ETH made this big run up, and then once we actually went into price discovery, went to new all-time highs, we had our first correction, and this was the consolidation that we went through inside of that correction. It was about 180 days that we went sideways here until finally, towards the end of November to the beginning of December, we actually broke out of the previous all-time highs, flipped them as support, and then that's where we went to our final rally of that cycle. And I've been sharing with you guys how similar both of these two cycles really are to each other. And it's amazing that we see such similarities, not only just repeated across cryptos, but the same cryptos repeating the same patterns. That's what I think is very interesting with this chart. When we look at this, it's roughly the same sort of setup. We get almost the same exact chart setup. The top one up here was more of an ascending triangle like this, whereas the current one that we're in today is less of an ascending triangle and more of the cup and handle, but it still follows the same rule of thumb. Once we get our cycle top, we make this short-term correction, we eventually find our support, and then after we find support, we immediately rally back up to the previous all-time highs. This happened in this recent cycle, and it happened exactly the same in 2017. We immediately bounced those all-time highs, and then we got this pullback. The only real difference here is the pullback that took place in 2017 was a lot deeper. This one was about, almost 50% that we ended up pulling back after we retested those previous highs, whereas this one, close, but you're looking at like 34%. So it's not quite as volatile. And then we noticed something here. When Ethereum actually found that bottom right here, we rallied back up. We got fairly close back up to the previous highs, but this was just mainly consolidation, right? We just mainly made this little short-term impulse, and it was a lot of sideways accumulation before we broke out. Whereas what we've seen thus far with Ethereum, it's been a little bit different, but it's still following that same, symmetry. This one kind of immediately just bounced up and broke into new all-time highs, whereas this one took some period of time before it did so. But the time frames are still very much the same, and that's what's interesting to me here, and the point that I'm trying to make. If we analyze from the breakout and the retest of the previous all-time highs, you're looking at about November 8th until where we're at today, getting close about mid-December. That's what we've been in time frame wise inside of this consolidation. And I think it's interesting because We pretty much entered the breakout of the previous all-time high in 2017 to about 24th of November. And so we ended up leaving that consolidation at about the 12th of December. And so we're following right there on path. In fact, we have about, 3 days approximately until we're actually at this exact same point in time in 2017 where ETH broke out again. And so I think it's very, very interesting that we're at this point. And the big thing that we need to understand here is this is the move that is coming, this type of an impulse into price discovery. And what I wanted to share with you guys real quickly, comparing the two cycles, is let's actually take a look at the Fibonacci so that we can get an idea of if Ethereum was to follow the 2017 cycle identically, what is the price target that we're going to be expecting to see in this cycle for ETH? So first things first, we need to analyze the Elliott waves and then combine the Elliott waves with Fibonacci. So with the Elliott waves, once we actually found our short-term support down here at the low, we made 3 impulse waves all the way back up to the previous all-time high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we ended up following up with an ABC correction back down, right? And so this was our wave 1. This was wave 1 of 1. And then we followed up by making our 3 wave. This was wave 1 of 3. This was wave 3 of 3. And then this was wave 5 of 3, right? And then once again, we get another short-term ABC correction. Really quick one, because when you're at the top of a cycle, they happen quick. The dips happen fast, and then it breaks up just as quick on the upside. And then once again, we go through our final impulse, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that, right? So this is our 5 impulse waves. This is wave 1 of 3, or this is wave 1 of 5, this is wave 3 of 5, and then this was wave 5 of 5, and that completed our cycle. Now let's actually compare the Fibonacci so that you guys have a better understanding. So we're just going to basically measure the 1 wave. We're going to go from the top all the way back down to the bottom of the sell-off. And we can see here that wave 3 had to go to at least the 1618. And in fact, wave 3 ended up peaking just under the 2618. So we rallied all the way up here pretty much to the 2618 inside of this wave 3. This is something I've been updating you guys with the Bitcoin chart as well as Ethereum. I've been talking about how this most recent impulse that we got, in fact, if we pull up the chart here, I'll draw it. This impulse right here, I've been drawing this similarly, and I've been targeting this 2618, which is going to be taking us all the way up here to about $8,800 per Ethereum. And the reason why I've been targeting this is because inside of a wave 3, oftentimes it's going to be about double the size of wave 1. And that's why inside of 2017, ETH went all the way up to this 2618 before finishing that wave 3. It's because oftentimes wave 3 is about double the size of wave 1. So it's not always going to be exact. I mean, this one technically didn't even hit the 2618, it was just right before it. But this is just a rule of thumb. And what that actually shows now is that we'd be seeing an impulse something like this. We'd get a sharp pullback, and then that's what would take us to our final impulse of that cycle. And so it's really interesting to me how we're at this point, and the prices look the same, the consolidation looks the same, even the time frames are the same. And so the only thing that we're missing is this final impulse into price discovery. We've already broken new all-time highs. We're retesting the previous all-time highs to support. This next move is going to be pretty much the same one as this right here. And so where Ethereum ended up topping in 2017, just basically analyzing this one wave, we ended up coming all the way up here and hitting the 4618, and then that's where we ended up getting our cycle top. And so if we follow the same thing in this current cycle for ETH, we're looking at a cycle top that's going to be taking place at about $13,500. So once again, you guys already know my targets have been 15 to 20,000, with 20,000 being kind of my focal point. And this is just showing that we have a potential that if we follow what 2017 did, we would top a little bit short of that target, but it's not going to be a whole lot. And I don't think you're going to be going wrong by any means selling, anywhere over 10,000 for Ethereum. If you're taking profits at that point, I think that that's a really great time to be selling. You don't have to hold all the way to 20K. You don't even have to hold all the way to 15K, because the amount that you're actually going to be gaining by, selling at 10K rather than the risk of holding even longer with all of that profit, it's not worth it in my opinion, especially if you've been holding since all the way down in here. The big point of trying to make these videos, specifically covering Ethereum, is to map out why I believe we're about to see a huge alt season. When Ethereum takes off, it always makes a lot of money come into altcoins, and this is exactly what we're seeing. Ethereum's about to set up for a massive type of move, and it looks just the same as 2017. And so this is the move that we saw in 2017. If we replicate this exact same scenario over once again, we're going to be looking at least $13,500 per Ethereum. And I'm still sticking to my 15 to 20K target. I'm going to be watching for that regardless. I think that this cycle has more opportunity for a bigger blow off top, just considering the overall sentiment in the market with DeFi, with NFTs, all of this stuff being built on Ethereum. I think that there's a lot of greed that can come into the market to really shoot these prices up a lot. And so I wanted to give you guys this video, summarize some of these thoughts, give you guys an update, really diving into the shorter time frames, looking at how similar these two cycles are because they're almost exactly the same. And I think it's very interesting that we're about to experience this same type of a breakout. And so understanding this beforehand is how we're ultimately going to be able to make sure that we're selling during that rally. Because if we're not willing to sell during this rally, you're going to be panic selling during this dip, and it's not fun to be during this period of time holding. You're just going to lose your money. It's really frustrating. So make sure that we're selling into this final rally. I'll keep you guys updated as follows. If you guys found value in this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these amazing videos. If you guys like what you see, you guys want to join the Discord server, download my free ebook. Links are in the description for that. If you guys would also like to sign up for my VIP, follow the trades that I take, all of the markets I'm going to be investing in at the end of the crypto bull cycle, stocks, commodities, all of that, it's going to get taught to you guys inside of the VIP Discord. If you guys want to sign up for that, one-time payment, lifetime access. As long as I'm investing and posting my trades, you guys are going to have full-time access to that. Links are in the description for everything. You guys can also sign up for my NFT projects Discord server, sign up for the whitelist. There's only 2,000 spots available, so if you guys want to make sure you have access to the mint before everybody else, that's the way to do so. Links are going to be provided for you in the description for everything. Thank you all so much for watching, and with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.